Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. We are joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta on a big day for big tech earnings. And while we wait for those, Kriti, investors, it seems, are still trying to figure out how to react to earnings this morning from Caterpillar. Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Absolutely. This is, of course, the industrial giant, the global industrial giant that has so much exposure to both, of course, the United States, but China in particular. CAT is your ticker, trading higher by about 2% this morning at about $314 a share. Their earnings came in strong. This is a major Dow component as well. And it was kind of dropping earlier in the session because of that expected impact on the tariff story. They did issue a little bit of a warning when it comes to their full year revenue, but it looks like paring back some of that negativity that they had initially come forward with. They've estimated a tariff headwind for the second quarter to the tune of, I'm going to give you the upward number here, is about up to $350 million, with an additional cost headwind of about the same amount. They are, however, saying that there's an order backlog that has increased. So even though they did kind of are issuing some warnings about the future, it's perhaps not as big as a lot of the investors had expected. So you are seeing the markets trade higher this morning. Like I said, to tune of about 2% from peak to trough this morning, Nathan. That's a 3% swing. So keep an eye on this. CAT is your ticker. I want to continue with some of the earnings story because Starbucks is a big one. I love to look at my caramel latte inflation index. That is the go-to there. I was just in New York last week, and I think a caramel latte was like $7 now. It's crazy.
Goodness, yeah.
I know, wild. I totally spent it anyway because I love them, but that's a different story. Starbucks, SBUX, my caramel latte currently not helping their bottom line. Down about 7% this morning, trading just shy of $79 a barrel. They're seeing a wave of downgrades from the street this morning and a wave of price cuts as well. Goldman Sachs, I think, said it best that the slower path is not a meaningful acceleration. They're also talking about foot traffic, suggesting some signs of stabilization, but not enough of a reversal to market share. That's a lot of jargon for basically saying Starbucks is trying to do their best to recover, and that recovery is not happening fast enough. And that is not the only downgrade, by the way. You're seeing price cuts from the likes of Citi, the likes of Bloomberg Intelligence as well. Even Jefferies moving to a hold on that stock. SBUX down a whopping 7% this morning, trading at $78 a barrel. Nathan, I want to talk about Snapchat here if we can. SNAP is your ticker this morning. Now, it's not an S&P 500 company, but is down a whopping 14%. And I bring this up because, of course, we do have those tech earnings later today, the likes of Meta and, of course, Microsoft as well. Advertising revenue is going to be a key piece of this equation. Now, it was a good thing for Alphabet last week. Snapchat not reiterating the same message. A massive warning in terms of headwinds. A lot of that kind of focused on the tariff headwinds and the geopolitical volatility that you're seeing. They've already issued a warning when it comes to ad sales. And this morning, the market is not responding well. Like I said, the market down the stock down about 14%. SNAP is your ticker, trading just shy of $8 a share. And Nathan, as I said, we are headed towards big tech earnings. Microsoft shares this morning virtually unchanged, but kind of going back from the positive to the negative very, very quickly. So keep an eye on that one. 394 MSFT.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.